Well, I'm back. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
What is up again? I am back. I'm glad you can see my face. I hope everybody else and all of y'all are doing well. It is another week of predictions. And this time, we will get into the headlines for week 16. So a review of week 16, there was a lot of upsets with the Chargers coming back against Denver, which was a pretty game to see if you were not a Broncos fan. Panthers winning in OT versus the Cardinals. Then we had Bengals taking care of business. Falcons thinking they're good because they beat the Giants. Yikes. Then we have Dallas, Arizona in the 49ers season. Well, they were kicked out. Surprises. Lamar finally winning versus the Steelers. This was his Moby Dick, as it were. And he was Captain Ahab. But he conquered it. And I'm proud of him. Commanders comeback versus the Eagles. And I'm just proud of Dan Quinn and all those guys included. Doing wonderful things there. Wonderful things. I don't think anybody really expected the Commanders to be this good this year. Then Dallas winning. This was the surprises of surprises. I didn't know they had it in them. I don't think they even did. I was like, whoa, where's this team been all year? But I guess that's what happens when your season's on the line, but it's not anymore, and you just want to disrupt some things. You just want to be disruptors. Disappointments. Saints not scoring any points. I mean, not any. Just a big old goose egg against the Packers. But yeah. Then injuries. Tank Dell, a crushing injury. And remember, this is the guy who got... So, I heard that he tore like 3 ligaments in his knee. I'm hoping he recovers, but maybe it's time to just pack it up. He's a generational talent, is what I hear from Houston. But still, you've had enough time. Maybe it's time to pack it up. I just want the dude to be healthy. Then Hurts out with a concussion. And maybe Kenny Pickett too, maybe. I don't know. But I know that Hurts and also CeeDee Lamb, they are shut down for the season. I know with CeeDee Lamb, he's shut down for the season because of that shoulder injury. But I don't know about Jalen Hurts, because if this concussion is serious, then I do hope they are all okay and they recover. Let's get on with the other predictions. How about that? Now, let us get into week 17, where the first game is, of course, the Chiefs and Steelers. Now, the Chiefs have been looking good all year. Now, the way they have been winning kind of tells a different story. They played down to their competition, and it shows. I have not seen a blowout like with a team we will mention next time. However, this is the Steelers. The Steelers defense can be pretty dominant. So, this will be a challenge for the Chiefs. And I will pick the Steelers to steal the win. We have the Ravens and Texans. Who could possibly win? Ravens have been staying consistently hot, and the Texans have just lost to the Chiefs. But they're still a pretty decent team. I will just pick the Ravens just because I like their team more. Then we have Thursday night football, which is the Seahawks and Bears. Now, these are two teams that are pretty inconsistent, I would say. The Seahawks have been putting up a fight this year, and the Bears have been the Bears. But I will pick the Seahawks. So, now we have Saturday games, which is interesting. We have one at 12, 3:30 and 7:10. Chargers and Patriots, and I will pick the Chargers. They've been on a bit of a roll, and they did come back against the Broncos, which has a great defense, so I'm picking the Chargers. And it's funny how everybody thought they were going to be bad this year. Next, Broncos and Bengals. I think this will be a highly contested game because we know how good that Broncos defense can be, yet Joe Burrow has been having an MVP-like performance this year. I think they're going to fire their head coach and get an actual competent coach next year, hopefully. But I will pick the Bengals to eke out the Broncos. Then we have the Cardinals and Rams. Cardinals have just been kicked out, and then the Rams are just playing for play, so I think I'll go with the Rams here. And first is the Colts and Giants. I will pick the Colts by default. Then we have the Raiders and Saints, two teams that are, so it's kind of a toss-up. I'll pick the Raiders just because, I don't know. It's like I have no other choice. Titans and Jaguars.
Who writes this?
What are these games? I'm guessing I'll pick the, oh man, Jacksonville? Jets and Bills. Now this might be an interesting game. Aaron Rodgers has been having a good season, and everybody else, I guess not. There has been some wide receivers on the Jets that have been pretty good, but the Bills are a very well-oiled machine, so I'm picking the Bills. Cowboys, Eagles. Now, the Cowboys have just, breaking news, Cowboys have just shut down CeeDee Lamb, and you're saying it's taking season. So I'm picking the Eagles. Panthers and Buccaneers. Now this, Bryce Young has been on quite a tear recently. And the Buccaneers, it's kind of 50-50. I thought they were going to be better this year because they went to the divisional round last year and they looked really decent. But I don't know. Let's just have fun with it. Upset alert. Pew, 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 pew. Panthers win this game. So, 3 p.m. games, starting with Dolphins and Browns. And I will pick the Dolphins because the Browns, famous Jameis, I don't know. Throws for like 300 yards and then 5 touchdowns and 5 interceptions to match. Then we have the Packers and Vikings. Now, this might be America's game of the week because these are both 2 NFC North teams colliding together. But do I trust the Vikings defense? And do I trust Sam Darnold? Or do I trust Packers' steady offense? It's been rising steadily. I think Jordan Love's found his groove, so I'll pick the Packers. Then we have Sunday Night Football, which we have the Falcons, or as I like to call them, the Pretenders. And then the Commanders. The Commanders have been a big surprise this year. I don't think anybody really was counting on them to be a playoff team, but they are a playoff caliber team. So I'll pick the Commanders because I do not like the Falcons right now. Even though they think they're good, they're not. Then we have Monday Night Football, which would be amazing if everybody was healthy on the 49ers. But this is the Lions and 49ers, and this is going to be a revenge game. I know the Lions have been circling almost every single game to make it their revenge game, but this is that's 2 E's, the revenge game that they've been waiting for, to prove the 49ers wrong, to prove everybody wrong, to prove Detroit, Michigan, the whole world wrong, that they can win, and they can win against good teams. Now, 49ers aren't good this year. I think we went over that before. But picking the Lions. Hopefully everyone stays healthy on the Lions. I know David Montgomery is out, I think for the year, which is crushing. But yeah, I'll pick the Lions. Dan Campbell, you are a very unhinged man, but hey, unhinged wins games, so. And those are my predictions. I hope you like seeing my face again. And you know how it goes. I hope your Thursday goes well. I hope your Saturday goes well. I hope your Sunday is amazing. And I hope your Monday is beautiful. And I will see you all on week 18. The last week of football. Well, regular season. Then it's to the playoffs. So yeah. Toodles. Take care. And stay frosty.